The fourth book is Sweet Deceit, which is a British novel by Kate Ryan. It is a bit of a half good, half bad for this, but it just kept on continuing with the storyline plot for that. From the first British book towards the end of the third. And speaking of end towards the third, I might tell you that EMS of the spoil-free conversations that I'm talking about, please go towards the link down on the description if you missed it for that. So please go down towards descriptions down below to click for it. Let's get started. Last we left off, that Richard was dead during the No Bash party which a Norwegian royal family held. And now it started with the funeral of Brigitte staff and then Tyson by of Alton Price Hall boarding school attended to. And now that Ariana ended up of this go-in trip for that mess, knowing that Caitlyn was behind Brigitte death, but the evidence doesn't prove it and prove everything. So afterwards, the Hell Week of the Stone and Grave so on, and Ariana ended up not on the lead for this. But apparently, she has second thoughts, shaken of the new life that she worked on, and a dreaming set of heading off to a dream college or something else like that. Her old life, that she might be a murderer, knowing that her nemesis, Caitlyn, who was a psycho fraud for that, might be up to it. That she knew about the secret, that both of them knew that they were asylum fugitives from the facility that I told you from the first novel, the first book. And now they stuck with the nightmare of which is going to kill for that. Meanwhile, all the other beauty students is questioning about Caitlyn, aka Lillian, mysterious past, and they want to get the bottom of it, knowing that that Caitlyn or Lillian was the person who not to be, that she suspected of something sinister or usual for this. So that she might be a cold-blooded murderer, or innocent person who was framed for the crime that she didn't commit. But I'll get back to this later. In the middle of Halloween, when everybody is letting this cool down for that, Arya got a devious plan to take down of Caitlyn once and for all for this. But eventually, things were going hell for that. When Alexa knew of Kate, knew of Caitlyn or Lillian's deep shady past for this, and she tried to kill it for that. Oh, sorry. That Caitlyn was trying to kill Alexa for this. Apparently, Alexa got hurt for that, to say the least. But not dead. So, so Ariana ended up betraying Caitlyn for this, and said that and lied to Caitlyn that the police are here and Jake is up. That both of them are going back to the asylum for that. But Caitlyn doesn't want to take a risk for that and try to kill Ariana. Apparently, Ariana beats Caitlyn to it and kill Caitlyn for that. Get rid of the enemy once and for all. Within a delightful please. Luckily, Caitlyn ended up injured, but not harmed for that. He ended up having an infirmary for this, by the way. Oh, sorry, else like that. But apparently, Ariana's past had came back to light. That her old friend Kieran came here to DC, knowing that both of them might be reunited for that. But in Ariana's case, she wasn't in for a reunion at all, knowing that her old life might be coming back to haunt her. And she wanted to stick with her new life instead of returning back to her old life. So, Ariana got no choice. It's kill Kieran in an instant, in which that she did. And Karen was calling Noli on a cell phone and discovered that Ariana's life about to be blown. She killed Karen in an instant and ended up hanging the phone up by closing it and shut it down indefinitely. So that's the end of book 4. The one thing that it kind of haunted me for this, yeah, too much of it. With the tragic death of Caitlyn, Lily Oswald had gone down and forgotten, and Ariana ended up on a clean slate by getting away with it, scot-free, knowing that for sure, everything went above and beyond for her, knowing that she got into a stone grave, without a hitch for that. Even getting closer with Palmer for that. So it's a situation of good things come those who wait. Ariana doesn't want to be dragged back to her old life, knowing that Karen is here in DC, knowing that she's about to reunite Ariana. But apparently, Ariana is in the mood to get back to her old life by reuniting Karen for this. So, dead and forgotten. That way it is, and that way it was this. So, that's it for now. You missed everything of these for these videos, please go down on description if you want to.